Hey, what's going on, everybody? So my dog trainers have been begging me to make this video for a while, so I'm going to make it. And what we're going to talk about today is about basic obedience, behavior training, and advanced training off leash. And when you go to a dog trainer and you want basic obedience, the dog trainer's job is to teach your dog those commands, nothing else. Their job is to teach your dog to sit, to stay, to down, to heel, come, no, up, down, whatever. Their job in that training environment is not to teach your dog how to behave in the house. And I think when people pick that package and they bring the dog in for any dog trainer, they expect when the dog gets home, the dog is going to be amazing and do all these wonderful things. The dog just knows those commands. That has absolutely nothing with your dog jumping on the couch and doing crazy stuff. This is behavior training. This is separate. Some dog trainers mix the two packages together, and sometimes this can be really confusing to the dogs because you're teaching them to sit and lay and all these other things, and then you also teaching them behavior stuff, so they kind of get mixed up in there. We separate those packages. So if you want your dog to be sociable in public, you want your dog to behave inside the house, this is behavior training. This is a separate training from basic obedience. And I think that understanding that better get you to pick the right package for your dog, right? If you know your dog is terrible in the house, then you shouldn't just be reaching for advanced obedience. That's not going to fix what the dog is doing. Also, just because the dog knows certain commands doesn't mean the dog is going to be amazing and everything else. Like, just because your dog knows how to heel doesn't mean they're not going to run out the door, because they didn't get any behavior training and life training on how to behave in the house and their door. So, you know, a lot of people get disappointed in dog training because they're picking the wrong stuff. Also, too, you have to take an interest in your dog and figure out how to manage your dog. I can get your dog and make your dog look amazing with me because I know how to work a dog. You can get your dog and not understand how to work your dog and not get them to do any of the things that we train the dog to do. So understanding where you need to be and what your dog is doing is very important. So I would not be reaching for advanced obedience for my dog if your dog doesn't know basic obedience. I wouldn't be reaching for basic obedience if your dog doesn't understand how to behave in the house. Secondly, the owners need to get training themselves on how to manage their dogs. If you're paying me to teach your dog basic obedience, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to teach your dog basic obedience, right? Because you said absolutely nothing about you not knowing how to work your dog and handle your dog. So you have to be specific in what you're asking for owners and what you want done. And this is going to alleviate a lot of pressure and pain that you're going to get when you get your dog back or you see your dog in training, that you understand what your dog learned. If you said basic obedience, dog's going to learn how to sit, stay down, heel, come. You want behavior, dog's going to learn how to wait at the door, not jump on people, not jump on the couch, not pull on the leash, right? If you want to get advanced, your dog's going to learn how to work off leash and recall to you off leash and behave off leash. So if you're mixing all of that into a solution that you think you're getting in dog training, you're going to get disappointed. So again, pick the right package, know what you need for your dog. If you need training too as well, you need to let the trainers know that so that you can work the dog the same way the trainers work that. All that is not one package deal. Those are separate things, and then you need to figure out which one works better for you. So again, I just wanted to talk about that real quick and break that down so people can better understand when they're getting their dogs at the training, what packages they're getting, and how it's going to help their situation or it's not going to help them at all. So if you have any questions, you guys can reach out to me. I'll break it down further in private, and then we can build a program for your dog for what it is that they are doing in the household to help you fix that solution and help you better be, allows you to be more consistent and achieve the goals that you're trying to get with your dog. Just don't assume that a dog learning basic obedience is going to fix them doing other stuff in the household. This is where people fail. And if we don't know what you want, then we're just going to do the basic stuff, and then you're going to be upset that your dog didn't learn something that you didn't pay for. You guys have a good one. I'm Madison Bell.